I came from motocross, where the majority of people take fitness very seriously, to this sport, and that was in the mid-80s. And at that point, I noticed the minority took fitness seriously.
It's difficult really to compare. It was a completely another story on that time. I think was also no evidence of and no studies about how it can improve the performance.
Riders of the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s were the ones that dealt more with danger. Having the constant idea in your mind that you can race today, but tomorrow, who knows?
I remember it's much more wild, you know. The rider of that time, I thinking, you know, because I thinking. You don't train a lot like now. When I start, we have some riders still smoking.
Of course, nowadays you couldn't imagine one of the riders having a hole in his helmet and smoking a cigarette immediately after the race, because you know the ramifications, and it affects the rider's performance at the elite level today, and they wouldn't consider it.
These days it comes in a situation where the competition is in such a high level that you cannot miss anything. In the health side or in preparation with hydration or eating, everything needs to be so good and in so a big level that as soon you are missing something, you feel it. And you miss that you are not in the highest level and the other guys beat you.
Nowadays the bikes are very demanding physically. There are more and more races. The weekends require the maximum of the effort in every lap. It's not only a matter of performance, but it's also a matter of safety. If a rider is tired and starts for the sprint race or for the main race and is not fully focused because he's a bit tired or a bit sore or whatever, a mistake can happen. And here in this sport, you pay a lot of mistakes.
Also mentally, you have to be very prepared. It's very, very tough now. Also, I think we are living one of the most equal championship of all time. So you have to be good for a lot of months during the season. And when you are not good physically, you start to think too much. So then it means that psychologically you start to be not good.
It felt to me that there was a transition period, late 80s, early 90s, where riders started taking it very seriously.
I started racing, you know, won the world champion in the beginning of '90, and on that time, you know, for me the training is mean to do what I really like, because I discover during my career when I training more, I have more control during the race. I can do everything better and easy. This is why when I understand that, I train always more to be fit, to be prepared 100% for the race weekend.
I mean, nowadays the riders have so much technology, blood work, and they have that what is the right foods specifically for them that we didn't have 40 years ago.
Today you have to be an athlete 24 hours a day, training, eating. The weekend schedule is very, very busy, so you have to be ready. Also the calendar is a lot more tight, so you have to prepare.
On that time is you just keep care about the 3 days of the race weekend. When you are home, you can do a normal life, not train, smoking, discoteca, you know, disco, everything. Right now, I think in the paddock, especially MotoGP, everybody is really prepared.
I always travel in this part of the world with my cool pool. So like this I can relax a lot the body and the muscles after the race. I hydrate much better than when I was younger because I know more my body.
That's the thing about competition. Competition pushes people to find new ways of getting better.
And the goal of all the young riders is not to stay in Moto3 and Moto2, is to arrive in MotoGP. So they see their idols, they see us, how hard we train at home.
Somehow you just help them to have a good habits, to be professional in life, what the sport brings about growing as a mature and taking good decisions and training and suffering sometimes. In my case, it helped me a lot, especially when I was 15, 16. Comparing to my friends, they were hanging out a lot of times during the month, and I was not. And now I feel lucky, or I feel that my life, my experience would, useful for especially my daughters.